Usage of risk reversal. These risk reversals are used for hedging or speculation. These are the two rules to use risk reversal, either for hedging or for speculation. If risk reversal is used for speculation, that is buying, then this strategy is known as synthetic long. If risk reversal is used for speculation, that is selling, then this strategy is known as short position. Now, what it really means? Hedging means if you already own a stock and you want to remove a risk, then you utilize risk reversal. So that stock, the risk will be removed through hedging. What is speculation? You want to buy a stock. Rather than buying a stock, you put in a risk reversal option strategy. If it is used as a buying of stock, then it will be called synthetic long. If you want to short a stock, rather than just going on the futures contract and selling the stock, shorting it, you go to risk reversal and put the strategy, which will act as a short position. Now, you might be thinking, why use risk reversal? The reason is simple. In a stock market, if you want to buy, let's presume any bank which is trading at $50 and you want to buy 1,000 shares, then it means you have to put in 50,000 US dollars just to buy that stock. Whereas through this option strategy, you don't need to put that. You need to put far lower margin requirements and put in these options contract, which will act as the same way as buying a stock, and at the expiry you simply buy the opposite options contract and square them off. So basically you don't need to put in that $50,000. With lower margin requirements, you're buying the stock, using it according to your market hunch that it is going up or down, and getting the profit without putting in that $50,000 up front. If used for hedging, then it is used on already owned stock, and this strategy helps hedge risk. The two variations for hedging in risk reversal option trading strategy is: for long position, you write out of the money call and buy out of the money put. So for writing you get paid, for buying you need to pay premium. This will help to hedge an existing long position. So basically it is a great thing. It removes the risk. It hedges the risk. This position can lead to a net credit in terms of premium, that is in transaction. What it means is you are getting paid to write an OTM call. Let's presume that's $1.20. And if you buy a OTM put, then you need to pay a premium, that is, let's say $1. So you earned $1.20 and you paid $1. So there is a 20-cent difference. That's your profit. That's the net credit. So if you put in the risk reversal, you get paid. But it's something that depends on the options market. Even if you're not getting paid, then even the biggest profit of using the strategy is you don't need to put in the $50,000 to buy a stock that is trading at $50 to buy 1,000 shares. So the initial money required to buy a stock outright is not required. Only a margin is required in trading options. So that helps removes lot of risk. The best thing. For short position, if you want to short the stock, now you might be thinking, what is short? Short means that you are selling the stock and believing that it will fall. And once it will fall, you will buy the stock later on at a lower price. So it will act as the same way as buying and selling. But you are selling first and buying later. So that's a short. Now for short position, you write an OTM put and buy an OTM call. And as we discussed just now, that you will be paid for one contract and you need to pay for the other. This will help to hedge an existing short position. And it's really needed. In a short position, hedging is I believe it's a must thing. It's a requirement. Although it's not an official requirement, but as you understand, in a short, if the price falls, it's good. But if it rises, then there is no limit. The price can go to from $100 to $1,000. So you have to have a strategy to hedge the risk. And in this strategy, this position can lead to a net credit in terms of premium. That is, you are getting paid for one OTM contract and you need to pay for one OTM contract. And if in the end you get to keep money, premium, then it is known as net credit. For long position strategy, now we are talking speculation, risk reversal for speculation. If you are considering to use the risk reversal option strategy for buying a stock for a long position, then you write an OTM put and buy an OTM call. By writing the OTM put, you are getting paid, and by buying the OTM call, you are paying the premium. So it's as simple as that. This strategy is also known as synthetic long position. And this strategy's risk profile is the same as holding a stock long without buying the stock. And in buying, as we discussed earlier, you don't need to put in the full amount of money to buy that stock. You are just putting a margin requirement and putting in this strategy, and it will work as a long stock. What happens in a long stock? If it goes up, you get to keep a profit. If it falls, you get to have a loss. The same thing happens in risk reversal. This position can lead to a net credit in terms of premium, that is transaction. This strategy is great and profitable if stock rises. If it is rising, you are getting paid because it is making good amount of money. However, if stock falls, then you start to lose money, like holding a stock. If you hold a stock at $100 and it goes to $90, then you lose money, right? The same thing happens in risk reversal for speculation, that is for long position. However, you need to put options and therefore you don't need to pay full amount to own the stock. As we discussed, you don't need to pay the full amount of whatever the amount is. You don't need to pay that. You only need to pay the margin requirements. As simple as that. So basically it reduces your risk, but don't forget the risk is there. Like holding a normal stock, the risk is always there. It can go up, it can go down. But in the risk reversal option strategy, it helps you. It helps you to own the stock at a lower margin requirement than putting up the full amount. For short position strategy, write OTM call and buy OTM put. This strategy is also known as synthetic short position. And this strategy risk profile is same as shorting a stock. It's the same thing. If the stock goes down, you get paid. That is, you start earning income, or in other words, in dollar terms, you start to get a profit. But if it goes against you, then you start to lose money. And this position can lead to a net credit in terms of premium paid. So if you are getting paid in terms of premium, then it's the best of both worlds. You are getting paid something in return for putting this strategy. In buying a stock, you are not. But it really depends on the option pricing at that time. This strategy is great and profitable if stock falls. However, if stock rises, then you can lose money. However, you only need to put options and therefore you don't need to pay the full amount to short a stock. That is the usage of risk reversal. and it is used by most hedge funds. They usually don't buy it outright, they buy it through this method. It gets to keep cash in the pocket and get to use the options to make sure that they are in the market as a long stock. And whenever they like, they can just go and buy the stock through their own money. So the hedge funds, high net worth client, mutual fund use this strategy very often. Thank you.